Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Cowboys Huddle,
Yo,
episode
yo.
5. What's up, Push the King?
So, Rob, what's up, baby boy? Everything good?
Everything's good, man. Cowboys, Minicamp, got all kinds of little topics here we're going to discuss. Q&A. Appreciate all you guys submitting all your questions to Q&A.
Yeah, we're going to hit it good today, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of good ones here, so we'll talk about that. So let's get into the questions right off the bat.
Rapid fire, Joe. Let's hit it, man.
Yeah.
And we got a lot to talk about, man. Mini camp, all this stuff. So I'm just gonna jump right in, Joe. I'm gonna intercept you right now.
Dang, already.
Yo, rapid fire right now from Nick Tomaleo. Do you think we will have a surprise camp cut this year? And if so, who? Well, Joe, the surprise camp cut will be Nolan Carroll. I'm not going to mince words. I think some of these young corners between Marquez, White, Cheeto, I think all three will push each other so much. We'll go into preseason. It'll be like an Anthony Brown type thing. We'll look and say, do we really need Nolan Carroll? Can we take that cap hit? We just got money back from Tony. When you look at Nolan Carroll, to me, he's Brandon Carr, the exact same player. And I just think that we're younger and more athletic at the position. Who do you think, Joe? Surprise cap cut.
Surprise cut? It's a really good question. I'm going to say surprise cut. Yeah, man, that's just a really good question. Our roster has gotten so much better. It's kind of hard to see who we're gonna cut. As far as a surprise cut, I'm gonna go with Tyrone Crawford. Tyrone Crawford, I think, they're trying to add youth here, and they're trying to get a pass rush here. He hasn't done much. He had 4 sacks.
It's a tough one, Joe.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But, with the money that we got from Romo, they can take this hit if they want to, okay? But it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be in the rotation there at defense. But for me, I'm going Tyrone Crawford, surprise cut of the year.
Wow, Tyrone Crawford, Joe?
Yeah, tough to answer. I mean, that's a hard question, but that's what I'm going with.
Okay, I'm not mad at that, yo. I mean, that's what you get at Cowboys Huddle, off the top of the head, man. Yeah.
All right, so that's a good one there. I have one here for you. Ready for this one, Foots? This is a good one. This is from Brad Baker, including
Brad. What up?
Yeah, including Jalen and Tapper. How many rookies do you think will become starters this season?
Including Jalen and Tapper, how many rookies do I think will become starters this season? Well, depending at what time, Joe, is it week 1? I personally think that while Jalen may be ready to play week 1, I think that they'll still ease him in, maybe keep Hitchens at the mic. Even though we'll get to it later in our topics, but Jalen was doing something at practice today at minicamp, actually live reps and getting live action, which is amazing to hear. You know what I mean, Joe?
Yeah. Pretty bad.
I know you love Jalen because you're a Notre Dame guy, so this is exciting for you.
Yes,
nonetheless, how many rookies will start? I think Chidobe Awuzie, he's your nickel slot safety corner guy, could maybe kick outside. So if you want to call that a slot, you're in nickel nowadays more than 60% of the snaps anyway. So he's a guy. I think that Taco, because of the rotation, if you want to call him a starter, he's a guy as well. So I would say about 3 rookies and maybe a surprise rookie comes out of nowhere. Maybe a Jordan Lewis and maybe an injury happens to Cole Beasley and Ryan Switzer. So I'll just shoot for the stars and say 4 rookies start. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I mean, the guys I think that will start. I'm gonna say Wuzie. He'll be in there. And I'm gonna say Taco Charlton.
Okay.
But that's more of a rotation thing. So we kind of talked about that before. It's kind of hard to say who's the actual starter, but Charlton, he'll be in the rotation. So I guess that is kind of considered a starter, you know?
Yeah.
So Charlton, Wuzie, and who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing somebody. I think that's it. I think those are the starters for me. Maybe, like you said, Jordan Lewis, I think could sneak in there, especially if Nolan Carroll gets suspended for 2 games. There's going to be somebody else going to have to step up, and it could be him. I'd say 2 to 3 guys.
Yeah, and you know what, Joe? D-Nice asked, D-Nice575, this is a good one. Great work as always, fellas. Do you think it's crazy to start a second-year corner and 3 rookies in the secondary? Brown, Lewis, Cheeto, strong safety, and Woods, free safety. Even though they are our best available players, there's a reason Heath did not start, so he's kind of not high on Heath. Scandrick is not the same player. I have had my doubts about Scandrick. Now, you feel a certain way about Scandrick right now. Byron Jones is steady, but Woods and Cheeto are better. Everyone will play. I don't know. Nobody's better. Everyone will play considerable snaps, but so basically he wants to get all rookies on the field. Byron Jones isn't coming off the field, so you can forget that. I know guys and fans want more interceptions they want more interceptions from Byron. I get that. He's not coming off the field. He's always in the right position. He's great at coverage. He's slowly but surely getting better. This will be his 3rd season. I think he will emerge. Now, at the strong safety position, I could see an X Woods coming in and maybe taking a job from Heath. We'll talk about what Heath did today. But again, but let these guys get their feet wet first before we just start throwing these guys in. I mean, we're in the NFC East. You playing against Odell. You playing against Alshon Jeffrey. That's a lot. This isn't Colorado where you playing against some kid from Arizona or something. No shade to Arizona. But you get my point, Joe.
Yeah.
Let's not just while I do love all of these prospects, it's still a lot for them to digest. Playing in the slot, you're going to be going against Odell on the outside. So let's just slow down just a little bit. But I appreciate that, though. Be nice. That was a good one. What do you think, Joe? Because that's basically a piggyback on what we just spoke on.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I don't think it's going to be like, some thing where there's rookies starting all over the place. They're going to go with the guys that know it. If you know the playbook, you play faster, you play better. Think about like starting a bunch of rookies game 1 against the Giants. Not a good idea. So,
no.
They're going to have their veteran guys out there. Heath's going to be out there. It's looking like he's on his way to doing something. So Heath, Nolan Carroll, Scandrick, Byron Jones. You still have veterans here that have played a lot of ball. So, they're not going to put in rookies here unless we're having some injuries or something else comes up, a suspension or what have you. But I'm with you on that too, Chris, all the way.
Sweet.
All right, so let's go to this one here. Let me see who we got here. Here we go. I got one here from Robert Gomez. Do you guys think we should try and make a move on David Harris or Darrell Washington? I don't think our current linebackers can take over if Lee goes down and Jalen can't play like we're all expecting him to. All right, so what do you think? What do you think about that?
No. And look, I had to cut you off, Joe, because no. I know guys want to, you know what I mean, Joe?
Yeah, it's not, and we have this all the time with all these other players that are not happy or they're going to be released, like Eric Decker, all these guys. Everybody wants to put everybody on us. So, But yeah, I don't see it happening.
I mean, it's like what the fan would do, and then the fan has to be. You got to put yourself in Steve and Jerry. It's a complete wipeout with Will Clay. They brainwashed these guys into believing we're not paying for names anymore. We're not paying for free agents. You tried it with Greg Hardy, it didn't work. You tried it years and years ago. You've been doing it for years with Henry Melton and all these guys who are over. Oh, they're just over the bridge. If we're getting a guy, it's a guy who had a niche, may not be known, but can come in and fit exactly what we do. We're not gonna get a guy who was a name, Eric Decker. Whose position will Eric Decker take?
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna take Terrence's. You don't want him to stunt Switzer or Noah Brown's growth. He definitely won't take Dez's, and he's not comparable to them. And to me, Eric Decker is a slot now. He's not fast anymore. He's I get it. He was with the Jets, and I get even Revis. Everybody wants to talk about Revis with the Jets, and they see what was being thrown around at practice, or who Christian Hackenberg or whoever, Geno Smith. But the fact of the matter is, Revis has lost a step. Decker isn't the same he was in Denver. They're over the hill. This team is about winning through the draft and bringing in the niche guys. Kind of like how Green Bay, they may add a Julius Peppers, but you never see Green Bay in talks with those names. They stick with their guys. Green Bay the same. New England kind of the same way. Now, they've added some names throughout the years, but you get my point, Joe, so no.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're not going to do that. This is a different that's something they would have done 5 or 6 years ago, but they're not on that path anymore. It's like you said, Will Clay's got these guys brainwashed. They're trained now, not to go after the older, washed-up player and put money, you pay a bet. It's like more guaranteed money for them. So I don't.
Doesn't make sense, Joe.
Yeah, it's not for where we're at right now, and philosophy. It's totally different now.
100%. Joe, Hirsch Patel. So this one, he asked where to ask questions, and he came with it, and I like this, Hirsch. You really thought this one out. And this is basically. I'm gonna read his statement, and then I'm gonna go. I just like the way he worded this. So this is how I will put the secondary: outside, Brown and Scandrick, nickel, Owuzie, dime, Lewis, free safety, Byron, and strong safety Heath. So this is what Hirsch wants to do. My explanation: I think Brown is a better slot corner, but he will hold down the outside. Hirsch. Wait a minute. Let me just say this. I've watched a lot of Brown over these last weeks, just going back and studying, just seeing what he does well. Anthony Brown is actually a prototypical outside corner. 4.3 speed, can break down and tackle. His only issue is locating the ball against shiftier receivers, but he's actually a great zone corner, and he actually does very decently in man, and he's going to get better in man. He has both techniques to do it well. But in zone, I haven't seen a zone corner like that could play. That was a rookie that could come in and play zone and off like he did. So Brown is good on the outside. Owuzie will be the slot. He will be required to make many tackles like Brown last year. Lewis is going to be a great on dime packages. 5 wide. I'm pretty happy with our inside guys, but our outside guys kind of concern me. Maybe Byron is even asked to play some go outside corner. He did look very good. So he love the video. Sorry for the novel, but man, I miss football. Give this a read. Tell me what you guys think. He went in. And so this is what I really like what he said right here, Joe. Just real quick. Excited for Tapper. Dark horse this year. He ran a 4.5. Didn't really get off, but Marinelli coached him, and he has even talked about him in an interview. This guy's 270. To sum it up, he ran a 4.5. My question is, do you think the D-line will surprise the team with guys like Mayowa and Tapper? Hirsch, you hit it on the head, and Hirsch, you wrote a lot, but I just like the way you worded everything. Joe, I said it all. What do you think about Mayowa and Tapper? Could these guys do something possibly with the traits that they have? Obviously, Tapper running a 4.5.
Yeah, these are guys that aren't getting too much recognition, especially Mayowa. He's kind of the guy that we're forgetting about. but he did come on strong here after he, got benched here. That was a stern lesson from Marinelli or Garrett or or both of them. So that got him going. 6 sacks for the year. He shows some bend there and a knack to get to the quarterback. So I think Mayo will be somebody here. Demontre Moore, another guy, another headhunter that can get to the quarterback. Tapper is the biggest question mark here. We haven't seen him do it. He hasn't played here. He's a little bit dinged up even right now. So of those three, Mayo and Moore for sure. Tapper, it's still kind of like a projection. We got to see it. We got to see what he does.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. You got any more?
Yeah, we got one here. Let me see what else we got. Wow, here we go. This one is from Duck Barbers. Important question. Do you sign Lawrence long-term contract? What do you think, Foots? You give this guy a long contract?
Who's that? Zach Martin?
DeMarcus Lawrence.
No. Can't stay healthy. He hasn't. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's like a micro Greg Ellis to me. Good player, never reached his potential, and as much as you want to say DeMarcus is going to turn the corner, you hear about all this stuff in minicamp and OTAs. I got to see it, Joe. I got to see it on a more consistent level. I met DeMarcus Lawrence. He's a real humble guy, but just, removing separating the two, the person and the football player. We haven't had any consistency from anybody on that D-line. And we traded up to get DeMarcus Lawrence. And he just hasn't made enough plays for me to say, if you're going to let go of Mo Claiborne in this offseason, then a guy like DeMarcus is probably going to follow, if that makes sense.
I think, it's almost like they set a bar now. Like, you think about all the guys that let walk out here, right? I mean, you could see, DeMarcus Lawrence walking out of here. You could see Byron Jones walking out here when he comes up. You could see, a lot of these guys. The Cowboys have set the bar that, they're confident in their scouting department and able to draft people. So I think that's where this team's at right now.
Yeah, man. I agree. All right, let's wrap it up with this last one, Joe. I hit it. How do you feel? This is from Paul Eccles. How do you guys feel about Terrence Williams coming back? Sometimes I feel fans don't like him as much as I do. So I got in this big debate today with my boy about the Eric Decker thing and why Terrence is at a discounted rate better. He doesn't have to come in and learn the system. Listen, Terrence is often the forgotten Cowboy. But when you need a play, he makes a play now. Everybody's going to remember him not getting out of bounds against the Giants and going to hold him to that. But people also don't remember he had that toe tap against Seattle that basically won us that game, 3 years ago. And that was when Seattle hadn't lost in 20 games at home. Terrence Williams is a great blocker. I remember I explained last week, if Cowboys go 5 down linemen and they go 4 wide, you're going to have Terrence Williams on the field because you can bring him in to crack back block on maybe, a nickel defender or a nickel linebacker because Terrence will get in there and mix it up. Beasley will get washed. Switzer will get washed. And Dez is a getting away blocker. He's not really a legit blocker, but Terrence will try to go in there and blow you up. So I just think that Terrence doesn't get enough credit for the things that he does. He's a sure route runner. I wish he caught the ball with his hands more. But I like Terrence Williams. It's funny because when I went to training camp, I was recording and I was hyped and they were doing it was like Scandrick. It was Mo Claiborne versus Terrence and Claiborne had got the better of him 5 times in a row and I was giving Terrence hell. On the sideline, I was, Terrence, what is this? I'm trying to win a chip. Woo, woo, woo. And Terrence was right back at me. Maybe I'll post that video. I'll post some stuff about camp. But I don't care. I'm going to still call it how it is. And Terrence is a good player. So I agree with you, Paul. I just think that fans tend to hold on to his mistakes more than the plays that he makes.
That's a good point. If we're being real about it, it's totally true. Because, I mean, he drives me nuts, too, with some of these plays. But at the end of the day, you know, he gets it done. But,
yeah.
You know, there's always room to improve. So hopefully this will push him to be a better player this season, knowing that he's got some up-and-coming guys here. They're not getting any younger either, those guys. So.
Oh, yeah. That'll definitely push him right there.
Yeah. No, I did have one other question here I wanted to get because I kind of I'm kind of interested in this. So this is from Cowboy Ty. Aside from the most famous players, Dak, Dez, and Zeke, whose jersey would you get?
Well, me, I'm not a jersey guy. I just like to represent the team. But if there's one jersey I would get, it would be Zeke. Zeke's my guy. Mm-hmm. I love Dak too. Like I like everything Dak stands for, but Zeke is just. If we're just talking about just a physical freak, a once in a lifetime player of the running back position, it's Ezekiel Elliott. What about you, Joe?
For me, man, because I'm actually thinking, I like jerseys. I have a couple. So I like. I'm actually thinking about who to get next. You know, so. This is a good question. So for me, I think I'm leaning towards Witten. He's an established player, and I think that's a jersey that you can wear probably forever. You know what I mean? It's a good one.
Yeah.
And I kind of want a defensive player, but I just I'm not gonna have to wait a little bit, just a little bit to see. I want to maybe someone in the secondary or somebody. We'll see, but that's a good question.
Yeah, it's a great question.
We had a ton of questions, but we did pick out a couple here for you guys, so we really do appreciate it. Keep the questions coming for the next video. Let us know what's on your mind and what you guys want to talk about.
Yeah, we'll try to get to everybody. We only have an allotted amount of time, so it's hard to get. Like what we trying to do is, Joe, we trying to get thorough answers, so we don't want to BS you on our answers. So
yeah,
it's just hard to get to everybody.
Yeah,
but we will continue because we're thankful for you all.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get into some topics here. We're going to talk about Cowboys straight up, and my head feels like it needs my cap. So to the rescue, cap mode is in full effect for the rest of the show.
Cap mode, baby.
There we go.
I'm in bandana mode, baby.
It works, man. It works.
Let's go, Cowboys Nation, baby. All
right, so let's talk about Orlando Scandrick here. He had a video here on DallasCowboys.com where he kind of just talks about getting back, from injury from last season and that kind of thing. And he's talking about the time is now for him, and now's the time. So I think it was a very telling video, where he talks about, he has these rookies on his tail. It's pushing him to play better each play. And I just, I don't think we can discard Scandrick being here. We can't say, we can trade him, let's trade him, that kind of thing. I think, we got to keep him in mind, the Cowboys are going to go with the best players, and if Scandrick is out there balling out, you got to have him out there for the defense. So, what do you think, Foots?
So Scandrick, right? And Scandrick is he's the topic at hand.
Yeah.
Let's see, Joe. Let's see, man. I know you rock with Scandrick, but I've had my. Like, I don't want to lie. I can't be fake, Joe.
No.
I need Scandrick healthy.
So we need.
Period, Joe. Period. I don't want to hear about quiet tightness. I don't want to hear about any of it. Because he is talking good right now, Joe.
Yeah.
But right now, I want his butt because Scandrick is, when he's on, he's on. Technique. Remember that 2014 year, Joe, how good he played?
Yeah, it was good.
and last year he waffled through training camp, and he had I don't know when he had all that crap with the ecstasy. I don't know. The fact of the matter is this. If Scandrick's healthy, he's one of the better slot corners and just better corners, period, in the league. But he has to be healthy. I just want to see it, Joe. That's me.
No, it's true, though. He's got to get that health.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, man. So the other thing that they were talking about here today, Jerry Jones, supposedly he picked his presenter for the Hall of Fame speech.
Yes.
I think we kind of know, man, who it's going to be, right? Stephen Jones. What do you think, man? You think straight up it's Stephen Jones, no question?
No, it's no need to even go into. That's his son. That's who he is. I mean, that's his son. That's who we trust. That's who's going to run the team when Jerry's gone. Hopefully, no time soon. But because I love Jerry Jones. I don't care what people say. Jerry Jones is one of the only people I've ever seen that was able to make a team competitive and entertaining and able to be relevant through these times that we were just average. The Cowboys were still making money. It's something to be said about that. Maybe we're all crazy. I don't know. But I respect Jerry Jones a lot. And Stephen Jones is one of the only people that, just because he's his son, doesn't mean that he was just handed it. Stephen Jones worked for it. I think that it's Stephen Jones for sure.
Totally agree, man. I mean, it's just an amazing story, Buying the team for $140 million. Now it's the most valuable team in the world at $4 billion.
That's crazy.
It's an amazing story, man. There should be a movie made about Jerry Jones. All right. I mean, it's getting at that level. I mean, this guy's done a lot for the league. He really has. Love or hate him, he's done a lot for the league. So I'll be glad when it's official that it's Stephen Jones.
Right.
Yeah. The other topic here that we want to hit on, just some general news here from Minicamp. What have you been hearing, Foots? What have you heard about Minicamp today?
I've been scouring things. I heard Jeff Heath had a great day today. Got 2 interceptions on Dak, 1 tip ball, just being in the right place at the right time. So that's going to heat the battle up. We got to understand too, Joe. Minicamp is again just an extension of OTAs. We report July 20th, I think we go early because we have the Hall of Fame game. They'll do the same type of format, and then they'll put the pads on. So it's the same type of stuff, the 7-on-7 and 9-on-9. I heard Jalen was out there covering guys, covered Ryan Switzer. I read that on the site. I followed some Cowboys reporters as well who said that Jalen looked good, was moving well, was able to explode. These are all good things. I'm interested to see if Bryce Butler can really take a step as well, because I'm hearing that he's been playing good. I've actually seen some video of Bryce doing things well. So all of these things are what I'm looking for. Dak, they said, looks very sharp. They're saying that Dak looks very sharp. So these are just some general notes from me, Joe Rod.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man.
Well, let me ask you this: like talking about Bryce Butler, do you think some fans are too quick to want to go ahead and get him out of here, or do you think he's going to be hard to get booted off this team? Where do you think he's going to stand?
Well, if you look at the trend in the last three years, I would say every year Dez has been hurt. Bryce would come in instantly and play that X role that Dez plays. Now, will he be Dez Bryant? Not a chance. There's only one. However, when Bryce is focused, he makes some pretty good plays. Made a good play against Green Bay last year. Had a good catch against the Lions, I believe, last year. San Fran. He knows how to get open, and he's sneaky fast and sneaky athletic. So be careful with just trying to throw Bryce away. Not to mention this is a contract year for him. Be careful with just trying to throw Bryce away. He's a young guy. Let me see how old Bryce is. He's not that old.
Yeah.
Bryce Butler is maybe 26. And so, again, when you think about just how he's 27. So, when you just think about how good he can be, let's give him a chance before we just want to throw him away.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be in the hunt. He's got the experience, that kind of thing. He's gonna be playing fast out there in training camp. So these younger guys, they're gonna have to earn their spot. You know, Noah Brown, Andy Jones, these kinds of guys, they're gonna have to step it up there.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be easy for any of these guys to make it to 53. You know, it's gonna be interesting. A lot of good camp battles coming up.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, did you hear about the blue jerseys? They want to put more. They want to wear those blue jerseys more during the season.
I didn't hear about that, but I love that jersey, so that would be pretty cool.
Well, yes.
Yeah, man. All right. So Joe,
yeah,
miscellaneous time.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. If all right, I'm gonna give you one off the top of the head.
All right.
And I guess we could probably close off the show with this. Joe, you in the movies?
Hell yeah, man. I love movies.
All right, Joe. Your favorite gangster movie?
Favorite gangster movie? Without a doubt, The Godfather.
Oh!
As a matter of fact, man, for me, not only is it the number one gangster movie for me, it's just the overall best movie in all of cinema. For me, I love that movie to death. It's so good.
It was so good, except Godfather 3 sucked.
Yeah, Godfather 3 was not good.
That was terrible. But Godfather 2 was... I love when he told his brother... What was his brother's name, Joe?
Fredo,
I love you, and you're my brother. But if you ever cross this family, then I'll kill you. He told his brother that, Joe.
I know, man. Savage Mode 2000, dude. I mean, that's what I love about The Godfather. There's so many memorable lines in there. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of movies that you can do that with. I mean,
Fredo didn't bring any honor to that family. That's what the Italian. I love the guy. I'm gonna take it here with you because same type of movie. But I'm gonna go Goodfellas, Joe.
Man, good choice.
Dude, I'm going to go Goodfellas, and I'm going to tell you what.
That's good.
Robert De Niro, I've never seen a moment captured the way Robert De Niro captured a moment. They're all in the bar. They just pulled a heist. And everybody comes in. The guy bought a mink. The other guy had bought his girlfriend a Cadillac. It's for my mother. Robert De Niro said, "What are you doing? Get it out of here. Get it out of here." Man, that dude captured that moment. Man.
That was awesome, man.
Robert, man. Whoa, Joe. Whoa.
Yeah. Good movie, man. Honestly, that could be my number. That's top 3, top 2. I mean, it's probably number 2 for me. Goodfellas is a hell of a movie, man. Ray Liotta,
Ray was awesome in that movie. He was really good. He got into the character. He got into character a lot, Joe. He really did.
Yeah, great character development. But that's Scorsese, man. He does that. He's good at character development. You like these characters, man. And when Joe Pesci's character gets killed off, you got to feel for it too, man. You're right there with it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Hey, man, I like this. I like closing out with miscellaneous. Let's keep that up.
Let's do it, Joe. Well, every week we'll leave out with miscellaneous. This was a great show, man. I'm ready to get some more info to these people, man.
Yeah, we do, man. But that's it, everybody. I think that's it for episode 5 for Cowboys Huddle.
Cowboys Huddle, baby.
Thanks for joining us. And make sure you go over to What's the King's channel over there, Cowboys Nation TV. If you haven't already, like his channel, subscribe, share, the whole 9. Follow him on Twitter. Good guy all around.
Instagram, if you want to see me make kale smoothies. You know about it, Joe.
I know about it. Yeah, that's right. Follow Foots there on Instagram. I kind of post some crazy stuff on mine as well, so just hit him up.
Joe, Joe's a good follow. Like, man, we're pretty cool, man. Soon me and Joe will be doing this with the help of you guys. we'll be bringing more content. I'm gonna try to team up with Joe and do myself to do more film breakdowns. That's what I really like to do. And Joe brings you guys just amazing, amazing content. He just starts the dialogue. So, but I love this. I love what we're building here.
Thank you very much, there, Fus. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But that's it, man. We will see you guys here for the next episode. Thanks a billion for watching and subscribing and the whole nine. Peace.